What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. And, we're in this whole culture of cancel culture, right? And it's typically what happens is somebody says something that Twitter doesn't like, or says something against African Americans or the black community, like something like Doja Cat. Then the internet says that we should cancel this person. And I want to talk about Trina, okay? Because Trina is in a lot of controversy. Trina is a Miami-based rapper. Trina is thick, right? We all grew up on Trina in my generation. Trina and Trick Daddy, they had it popping, and Trina and Trick Daddy is real close, man. That's just really what it is. They've been real close for years, and they operate a radio show. And the radio show that they operate, it's a hot show from what I can hear. Because Trina is very, very opinionated. Trick Daddy is damn sure opinionated, right? And and obviously those two people have a really good synergy between each other. They're two of hip hop's Miami's legends. But Trina has come out and talked about what's going on with the Atlanta protests and protests all around the South, right? Especially in Miami and Atlanta. And Trina called the people that are rioting animals, okay? And we could probably assume that she means all protesters, right? But then there's some people that are gonna insinuate that she's talking about black people, all right? Black people. So we're gonna assume that Trina is talking about black protesters, although she could be referring to all protesters. Now, Trina, like I said, she's from the Florida area, Miami, Florida. Trina has been around black folks all her life, and she definitely understands, the injustices that black people face. She understands a whole lot of different things that goes on, in the African American community. So, I'm pretty sure that she would never say that racism doesn't exist. But, obviously she's, come from the Liberty City area where her dad's from the Dominican Republic, mom's from, Bahamas. So, she's from the hood, right? But the situation is that when you're wealthy or you have money like Trick Daddy and Trina, what happens is a lot of times people who are close to you are being affected. Like, what I'm saying is, for example, the brother Virgil Abloh, right? He's a brother right there that, he was pissed off that his store got, rioted. A lot of stores got rioted, right? And Trina's friends have money. Now, obviously, Trina is not the same woman that she was when she grew up in Liberty City when she was poor, all right? She's not that same young lady anymore. Trina is now a lady that worked hard. She has money. She's involved in philanthropy. She's doing her thing. She's busting her behind. She always has been like that. And now Trina doesn't align with what it was like to be poor, right? Because now she understands, I gotta work to get this money. I gotta work to do this. I gotta work to do that. So where she comes from ain't where she is now. And a lot of times when you earn money and earn success and you put in the hard work, you do know the mentality of certain people who might steal or who might rob or who might do things. And it's easy for you to put, what you feel the protesters may be or look like all in the same bubble, right? And I might make that mistake. I've said that in a recent video that I think a lot of the protesters there that are doing that are broke and bummy and stuff like that. But back to Trina. Trina says that the lockdown should be at 5 instead of 6 p.m. They should lock these people up. These people are animals. And despite, her being involved in the lockdown, this would happen. But you know what? I want to actually play the clip of their particular show. I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to weigh in on it, and then I'm going to talk about it myself.
To stem the spread of the new coronavirus in Florida, Gimenez imposed a countrywide curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. and will be enforced until Gimenez lifts the order. They need to make the curfew at 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. That's how I feel.
No.
Keep everybody off the streets, these animals off the streets that are running around in Miami-Dade County acting like they have escaped from a zoo. Lock them up at 5 p.m. so the streets can be nice and clean. That's how I feel.
What the streets got to do with the people's lives? You got money.
We're not talking about the lives. We're not talking about
money.
That. We're not talking about the lives.
Listen,
we're not talking about that.
You got money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
These people got to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
These people been on lockdown.
I've been on lockdown too. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You've been on lockdown.
I've been on lockdown just like them. Uh-huh.
Yeah, these people ain't been working.
Okay.
They about
Unfortunately,
to lose
a lot of people don't have jobs. I agree with that. Mm-hmm.
They're about to lose their mind.
We all about to lose our mind. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And just because one person.
Mm-hmm, they run. So today their minds are all back. Everybody's minds is back today good? Because the weekend it was they back good okay today?
They mind. One day ain't going to get their mind clear. But it'll help.
Oh, okay.
You got to start somewhere.
Okay, that's cool.
You got to start somewhere.
And that means tear up our city? That means tear up our city?
Ain't nobody tear up no city.
That means tear up our, that means run through and tear up our stores and burn down our stuff and break in our stores and go and tear up Bayside Marketplace and tear up my friend's shop that has a son and the kid to take care of her family. You go demolish the shop for something?
It's always personal with you.
It's definitely personal. It's definitely personal because I feel like at the end of the day...
Your friend got insurance.
She got insurance, but she also been locked down for 60 days, also like us, and she also don't have money like me. So I don't approve of it, period.
Okay.
I don't approve of it, period.
I don't either,
because you don't want nobody burning down Sundays. Let's be very clear.
But
okay, and you have insurance.
But
you don't
let me
want
tell
that.
you this.
You don't want to be sent back from ribs and collard greens. Let's be very clear. Yeah.
Bring back.
We can't. We can't. We can't bring back anything. We can't bring back nobody's lives that has been taken away, whether it was from the police or in the hands of another civilian. We cannot bring them back. We cannot.
Okay.
We cannot bring them back. You cannot pump life back into them at all. I can't bring back my little brother's life. His life was taken.
All right, you heard what Trina and Trick Daddy had to say, right? And there are a lot of people weighing in on it. Let's look at the Lady E. Dang music! Trick Daddy was trying so hard to save Trina the embarrassment, but she was too busy being ignorant, listening to respond. Instead of comprehend, she didn't even realize it. I'll just read that one, right? Let me understand this. I want everybody to understand this. The protests and stuff, for those people, like Umar Johnson, he was like, go ahead on and loot and all of this stuff. That makes sense until it's somebody that you know, that you love, is being affected by it. And we got to understand this, right? We have two different groups of people. When Virgil Abloh or Trina, who has money and they have businesses and their businesses are being affected, although they have insurance, when their stores get looted or when their friends' stores get looted, what are they supposed to say? I mean, nobody who has money, okay, wants their store to be looted. I talked about, J.R. Smith. A guy broke his window. And he chased him down and, beat the guy up, right? But then he felt bad afterwards. But the thing about it is he had insurance, right? But nobody wants their store ruined, okay? Now, let me just say this. At the same time, the people who are not rich, the people who are suffering or who can align with George Floyd, this is the way that they know how to change things. Now, obviously, for me, I think it's maybe not the best method, but obviously what I will say is this. It's picking up worldwide. People are in London doing this. People are in Amsterdam doing this. People are in Paris doing this. So obviously there's not even problems just in America. It's set off everywhere in the Western world right now. So I could be wrong about this needing to be, needing to happen. It's definitely bringing attention to a larger problem, right? And again, it's not my way of doing things, but that doesn't mean that my way of doing things always works, okay? Maybe this is the way that things work. I don't know. But at the same time, the people who are not Trina, who have been laid off work, who don't know where their next opportunity is coming from. They like, we ain't got nothing to lose. We out here struggling. We broke. We want certain things. We feel that we may taken advantage of. And both sides don't understand each other. Like Trina used to be there. And what Trina's thinking, I used to be one of y'all. I worked hard and I made it myself. And now I own a store. And now y'all want to come over there and mess up my stuff. And I think she got a point. I'm sorry, I think she got a point. And it's not being a buffoon or whatever. See, the thing about it is this. What people who are in the protesting system are doing that. A lot of people who are being hurt are also black business owners, okay? And a lot of those people don't have money, getting insurance claims and stuff like that takes a long time. And I can't say that, Trina needs to be added to that particular list. I think that where she's coming from is a position that a lot of blacks in the black community who have money and have wealth, they feel the same way. It's just that, what people want to do is you want them to come and say, well, I understand, we're all hurting, like people a lot of wealthy black people are being forced that have money and their stores are being affected. They're being forced to align with the looters, okay? Basically, to be politically correct. And some people are not gonna do that. Some people not gonna agree with you breaking in and doing it into their store, no matter what's going on. They don't see that. You gonna come and trash my store that I worked hard for, and I don't care if I have insurance? No, forget that. I worked hard for this business. I understand their point, And it's like, if you don't align with what's going on, people want to call you out your name. I don't think that's the necessary trait. She just has a difference of an opinion. But what I want to know from you guys, what is your opinion, right? Comment below, let your boy know what's up. It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Subscribe, hit the bell, you know what time it is. Guys, thank you so much for all that you do. And as you brothers know, the buffoonery remains at all-time high. Make sure you check me out on Patreon. All my email and all my contacts are there. I really appreciate everything that you do. Peace.